Hello everybody, this is Kookie217. So tonight I am bringing you an original story that I have written. I hope you guys enjoy it. Howard Messing had always been a man easily annoyed. Even today, the 40-year-old man had trouble keeping his temper in check, even over the little things. In a few minutes, however, he would be at his home and in his bed, watching television. Bed was the only place Howard felt relaxed, felt at peace with the world, and more importantly, himself. Bed was home to sleep, relaxation, and the world of dreams. Howard pulled into his driveway, glad to finally be at his place of peace. Inside was his favorite place, the bedroom. Sadly, he didn't have a lot of women visitors. Because of his temper, it was said that he was a hard man to like. His last relationship had resulted in a breakup only 2 weeks after they had hooked up. He wasn't a 40-year-old virgin, but his bedroom skills were weak. When he entered his home, he locked the door after shutting it behind him and threw his uniform to the floor after removing it from his body. Walking into the bathroom, he put on his clothes and made his way to his room to do what he had been looking forward to do all day: a movie on his PC. The PC booted quickly, and Howard turned off the lights to watch his desired flick from his bed. As the movie began its run, Howard began to feel himself becoming drowsy. He didn't want to fall asleep, but if he did, it would be fine. He had the next 2 days off from the horror that was his job. The few interviews he had had failed to deliver him from his cashier job at Walmart. Office work was where he reigned supreme, where he felt comfortable. There, he could sit, relax, and talk to any customers he called or had called him. Then he could proceed to swindle them out of... What the hell? Something sounded near his ear, jolting him out of his chilled state. Howard looked around and found the source of his annoyance. A small fly flew away from his person and landed upon the screen. The feeling of imminent rest had now left him, and Howard got up from where he lay to shoo the fly away. No, not shoo. To kill the fly. Howard knew enough to time his strike perfectly. Otherwise, the fly would simply flee from its spot, fly around, and land elsewhere. Years of killing flies had taught him that. As he approached closer, he watched as the fly rubbed its legs together, but it didn't remain that way for long. As he feared, the fly left that place and began flying around the room, its buzzing wings drowned out by the sound coming from the movie playing on the PC. Angered, Howard flailed his hands about, hoping to catch the fly and end its miserable life. With anger preventing him from realizing his actions were in vain, he stepped forward as he swatted and stumbled over something. "Damn!" he screamed as he tripped. He caught himself, but not before he tipped over his jug of distilled water that was resting by the tower. The jug spilled its contents on the keyboard and finally the tower itself, causing it to spark madly before shutting off with a horrid blipping sound. As the monitor went black, the only sound Howard now heard was the fly's wings as it buzzed about. Now Howard was red. "You insect, look what you did!" he screamed, but the fly couldn't understand him. He picked up the tower as well as the components connected to it and hurled it at the fly. The tower broke apart upon hitting the brick walls of his apartment, and the inside scattered about the room. Seeing that the fly had landed on his dresser, he took hold of his now useless keyboard and leapt for the dresser. The keyboard came crashing down, but it too shattered upon impact, the fly buzzing safely away as it dodged the weapon with amazing speed. Anger only permitted Howard to see that he had once again failed to kill the intended life form. The dresser suddenly became clean as Howard angrily shoved everything that had rested upon it to the floor. The phone rang loudly, sending Howard to a fit of rage. All of these sounds, all of these nuisances. That fucking fly. The fly then landed on Howard, who shrieked with madness as he tore off his shirt before hurling it across the room. The fly flew away from the danger before resuming its flight within the apartment. Howard finally answered the phone, anger controlling his tone. "What the hell do you want, Leslie? What the hell do you want?" His tone took Leslie aback. She wanted to believe that the rumors about his problems were just that. Rumors. "Wow, Howard, I didn't do anything to you. Why are you talking to me this way?" she demanded. Howard, still under a fit of rage, retorted at her, refusing to see the calm on the other end. "I don't recall giving you permission to call me. Everything's annoying me, including you, you freckle-faced bitch." "Well, fuck you too, Howard. You're not my boss. Lose my number and don't ever fucking talk to me again." The smaller weapon that was the cell phone didn't prosper against the fly either, and seeing this, the cell phone met a similar fate to its electronic brethren as it hit the wall with great force. Anger then directed Howard to another weapon, one that would see the fly's end: his shotgun. Howard sat in the back of the car as his nerves settled. Someone had reported gunfire, and the police responded with record time. Funny. Normally the police took their dandy old time in arriving to the crime scene. They laughed to themselves, at him when they discovered the reason for the gunfire. Over a pesky fly. Howard would have plenty of time to think about things in jail. About Leslie, his destroyed belongings, his anger, and that damned fly. Howard never saw himself going to jail over something as stupid as trying to kill one fly. But then he understood he didn't need a shotgun to kill it either. He'll have plenty of charges against him, assaulting a police officer among the top. As he listened to the police laughing at him, Howard heard something fly through the lowered window. Howard kicked the back seat as the bothersome fly flew around in the police car.